and executive producer of the entire CSI franchise and the Diginovel series Level 26. And the other guy with him is the creator of YouTube's popular Black Box TV, delivering the next generation of horror and sci-fi content. And now they've combined forces. Please welcome Anthony Zuiker and Tony Green. High fives, everyone.
We've combined.
How's it going, you guys? You all like Voltron.
Yes, definitely.
This is the psychotic duo is on the couch.
Oh,
Here we
God.
go.
Like
Yeah,
all
true
generate,
story.
we have everyone here. So that's why we brought you here for some therapy, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It is an
Okay.
intervention.
Good.
You've covered some pretty dark themes. Now, first, obviously, there's a connection in terms of the content you both do. Like, how did this all come together? And are you online looking for creators that are kind of
Yeah.
in your genre?
I mean, I respect like the high-end content, and I respect stuff on YouTube, and then try to find that middle balance. So I love to be scared. You know, Tony's an awesome genre guy, and I love the stuff in Black Box TV. It kind of got me up at night thinking, and I'm a sick person as it is. So I felt
Amazing
like
creative.
what
You
a
guys
good.
embrace that with
Yeah,
your
totally.
storylines,
It's
right?
so funny. I feel like I'm happy, but I'm like really
Deep,
damaged.
dark inside.
So yeah.
And you're also always interested. It's interesting because you have a huge TV traditional brand. Why is being online important to you?
Well, I feel like, online is the best artistic medium because you can be completely free, completely hardcore, really speak to an audience that knows what authenticity means and what it feels like. Whereas maybe television's much more manufactured in so many ways, although CSI is a great success, we take nothing away. But at the end of the day, the true artist needs to really, come out, and this is the best venue for it.
Yeah.
And I think the interesting thing too is that, like, with someone like Anthony, who sort of came out of nowhere and broke so much ground and sort of changed the way that we looked at television, and the way that he tells stories is such a special, unique thing. Like, who else would you partner for when you're trying to break narrative online? So this is for me. This is a dream partnership, obviously, and for somebody like me who's been, sort of bumping around online for 5 years, to actually, have this opportunity with you has been amazing. But I think this is like the PR version, the real version.
I want to hear the other real, because we've known each other for a while.
Exactly.
I've been watching Black Box TV for the past 2 years,
2 years,
which
yeah.
in internet years is like 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Really grow, and you went out of your way to leave traditional to start this on your own and really built up your own audience, and that's what it's all about. That's the future of content creation.
Anthony told me this idea for one of the next AZPs, the Anthony Zuiker Presents, which is his show, his premiere show on Black Box TV. But he told me one of the ideas for an upcoming episode, and I was so excited. I threw the script that I was holding in my hands across the office, and I was like, "That's it," But P.S. He reacts to that, and he's like, "Wait, there's more." And then we're like into it, and
We've
he's
been
like,
shooting
yeah.
it behind the scenes of the making of.
I mean, the thing is, I believe like I hate everything. So
Yeah.
if I like something, it's like, oh, a miracle. But I think in terms of, I tell her, like yesterday's meeting, we're like, we don't have time to sit in a car and talk. Like we have time to go, grab from the throat, choke for 7 minutes.
Well, because it is
Ow.
internet, so exactly, creating these stories for the online audience, is it different than creating it for an audience on
You
TV?
go first.
Okay, so I mean, this is something we talk about a lot, and I think for me, it's like saying, theater experience, television experience, online experience. They don't actually communicate or traverse in the same language. There are familiar things between them, producers, actors, like all this kind of stuff. But the way that people consume content on each portal is completely different. And so for us, that's something that we're learning and we're growing and we're retooling all the time, because we want to make sure that we are speaking to the audience that is there. And I think the same for you, and it's also the same for you as far as television. That's what we're all trying to communicate better.
There's a rhythm in storytelling, right? In a movie, it's the first 10 pages have to hook you in. Yesterday, I was like, it's the first 10 seconds. I mean,
We don't have
On
time
the
pages.
internet, it's like,
I'm 43 years old. I'm very patient. I've got 3 children. I will watch something for 10 seconds and I'm off. And that's me. Might as well your viewers that are, average age of 15 to 18 years old, hardcore in the know. They don't have time to mess around with what I call bombadita content.
I love
It's gotta
that.
be like right now.
What?
Bombadita is so awesome. It's like
Bombadita, bombadita, bombadita. 3 days of shooting, 2 locations. They'll love it. No, they won't.
It's
You
like
know?
it's Bombadita is such an awesome thing because it's those things that people put on television to sort of fill spaces between commercials. Where it's
Amazing.
like, so anyways, how are you doing? Okay, car chase. And so we take out the so anyway, how you're doing and go straight to the car chase, and that's the difference.
Could
for
you
us.
have imagined when you launched Black Box TV how many years ago that it would be where it's at today, and how did you get there? All right, Tony, don't take that much time. Don't,
No,
no Baba
I know we
Ditas
don't have
in
that
here.
much time,
We
but
don't have any
it's
Baba
it's
Ditas.
like
Credits are rolling.
it's like this is the greatest single thing that's ever happened to me. You start something in your kitchen and it goes here. We're in a studio. There's people filming us right now. This is ridiculous.
But why do you think your
Like, this
content
is amazing.
resonated with people online and on YouTube?
I think for the same reason why Anthony's resonates is because I do what I want to do and I have a clear message and I'm not kowtowing to anybody. And that's what we did.
It's like MTV 8 years ago. They're like featuring Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying when you listen to Tupac and Biggie, you really, really feel it versus all the millions of rappers out there. I think it's the same thing what we do here. It's like Tony comes from a place where you know it's authentic, you know it's real, you know it comes from his voice. Audience isn't stupid. They know when something's real versus not real versus manufactured versus homogenized. He does it right, and then there's a connection there. And then in the same way for me, it's like, we're so bottled in television. By the time we get to this place, we're like, here I am. I'm back.
Oh my God.
Aliens speak, Elliot.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's so true. Ray Bradbury passed away today, but Ray Bradbury, I was selling candy bars in front of Pick and Save for student government, reading Bradbury at like 10 years of age, scaring the crap out of myself. And that always stayed with me, and I felt like that was my job, is now we're gonna bring that to YouTube. I mean, imagine this like 2 years ago when everything's comedy and we're doing dark content that was like unheard of.
Yeah.
And the fact that it worked and the fact that this is working and that all that, that's awesome.
And let's see a clip right now from Black Box TV.
Cool. I think it's a 30-second spot. Cut to, clip, cut to, cut to.
Who wants cookies?
I will never let you leave Silverwood without me.
Are you in here?
It's so nice to see all of you again.
That freaked me out watching that. But so this is part of YouTube's premium content. So you had Black Box TV and then you joined forces with Anthony for now this series. And there's a lot of awesome talent in there. So tell me about who you're able to attract and how the series works now. Every week you come back for new episodes.
Yeah, so what's happening on Black Box TV right now? First off, the talent's been amazing.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it's always been amazing. Like when we first started on YouTube, there was like big YouTube stars and
Yeah.
friends of mine who wanted to support it because it was something different. And it's interesting to see now as we're going in we have an amazing casting director, Mary Vanu, and to see that they are also being able to attract really great talent based on the fact that they get to do something different. So it's this interesting thing that definitely is parlayed into traditional, whatever that is, media. So Beth Grant from Donnie Darko, you got Bria Grant from Heroes, you have Bree Essrig from a YouTube star as well. We had Gabe Basso from Super 8. So like to direct a kid from Super 8, like come on, you're like, this is awesome.
And that's one philosophy. The other philosophy that we have is the fact that the star is the doing. The star is the creation of the content. We're still trying to find, and we're close to it, how to tell stories on the internet for the specific device, because it has to be a-traditional all the way around. So I'm less interested in names for AZP. I'm more interested in sort of like, how do we tell stories for this specific market in a way to where when you first watch it in a blink, you know it's designed for the net, for the mobile phone, for the iPad, not for traditional devices.
Yeah, so with TV ratings dropping, lastly, is this the future? Like, what does the future hold for content creators like yourself and huge
I think we
executive
both have
producers and
feelings about
creators like
that,
you?
Yeah,
for sure.
go ahead.
For me, there's no such thing as TV anymore. There's no such thing as online. It's not film. There's screens. There's screens that are moving. We have this screen, which is the replacement for the portable television. We have bigger screens, and so I think we don't really make content specifically. I think we make content for the screen that we're at, but they travel across, and those will converge more and more.
There's television creators like myself, there's defectors like myself who would defect into what we're doing here. As we do online content creation that's original, we have more of a say. That will now revert back to television. So we are growing full circle, but now we're in the defector phase. Bye-bye.
There you go. That is your lesson for today. You can follow Anthony Zuiker on Twitter at Zuiker. Thank you so much for being here. And follow Tony at MeTonyV. Make sure, check out youtube.com/blackboxtv to check out great horror, sci-fi, and thriller videos and content. Don't be too afraid.
Awesome. This has been
Don't
cool.
be too scared.
Cool.
Thank you so much for joining us today, you guys.